They made two Evo Blue Vegetas top tier. Great, even. Now, a lot of people are going to misunderstand this video. A lot of people are going to have their own opinions, and this is definitely going to be a very hot topic. Evo Blue Vegeta is definitely a top tier LR, and we can all agree that he's one of the main characters in the show. He's not a bad unit. I'm gonna just be comparing the two units just to see which unit is better, in my opinion. It'll probably eventually be a fact. The meta that we're heading into and the fights that Dokkan are giving us, they are trying to extend the content, right? They're trying to give you leeway to build, to be able to see what each character can do. So when it comes to character kits, I don't really see this Vegeta having any major flaws. But what I can say is that there's concerning issues with the way that they are deciding to make kits, and especially for a 10th year anniversary LR character, he's major, right? Active skills are definitely something we need to look at. A taunt mechanic, something that's going to help the team, right? Now, like I said, I preface this character is not bad, but you have to understand, even when we just jump to his leader skill, right? Universal Survival Saga category, key +4 HP attack and defense 220%. It's unique, it's different, you know, it's more stats, it's not a bad thing, but Universal Survival Saga is already in a good place when it comes to categories, right? He's not even the main lead. He's not. We'll get into that, but passive skill, I'm going to beat you my way. Of course, they gave Vegeta the Saiyan Pride. So activates the interest animation where there's another Universal Survival Saga category ally on the team upon the character's entry, which is pretty good. It actually looks good as well. So 60% attack and 30% damage reduction for 6 turns. Now that's very good, right? That is actually very good. Now a lot of people have concerns about him turn 1 slot 1. We'll talk about it a little bit more when we preface the other part of his damage reduction. But I mean, so far so good. When it comes to actives and intros, I mean, intro animation, because he doesn't have an active, I'm sorry, but this is top tier. This is definitely A+, S+ tier, right? And there is no stipulation, right? There is no real stipulation, because you're gonna be running him with Universal Survival Saga category members anyway. So his basic effects are attack and defense 200%, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, STR excluded to rainbow key spheres. Now, the basic effect of attack and defense 200% is not that big of a deal, but that randomly changes key spheres of a certain type is huge. This is what we need to start seeing from characters more often. There's no stipulation. It's just every turn he's doing this, right? So that's major. He gets an extra 200% stats when, well, just attack when he attacks. For every attack performed, key +1, defense 40% up to 200%, and damage rate 7% up within the turn. Now, all they literally had to do was make this fixed. I don't have a problem with the defense building up. I know a lot of people will have a problem with this, but they have to make characters unique, and they have to give characters something. I'm not going to just be harping on this unit because he's a good unit to me, right? But what I do think they need to change, and this would make this character so good, is if they just took away within the turn. Let's say the fixed rate was 54% damage reduction, right? Let's say, okay, every time you attack, damage rate goes up 7%, but it's not within the turn. It would be the full fight. So you would, start to do additionals, and you would actually start to see the benefit. So you would have 54% damage reduction plus the 30% for 6 turns, and you would already be eating good. Not to mention the other damage reduction we're going to talk about. But this is what I think is holding the character back. This is what I really think the main issue with the character is that this is after he attacks. If there was a way to get this before he attacked, people would love this unit way more. But it's the fact that you actually have to attack to get this, because getting the additionals aren't a problem. It's not saying additional super. So for every 2 key spheres obtained, launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack up to 5 times within a turn. Now, this again, medium chance. Come on. Medium chance, Dokkan. Like, this is not 2022, man. This is not 2021. I mean, even those characters have high chance, great chance, medium chance. This is like, we could bring up STR Cooler for a second. Now, I know the memers, they're gonna comment now, yeah, STR Cooler, finally someone mentioned STR Cooler. Yeah, he's just like STR Cooler, modern day. No, okay, the thing is with Cooler, the difference between Cooler is that in that meta, it was powerful. In that meta, even just 30% with all the additionals he was gonna get, it meant something. It still meant something, right? In a meta like this today, where it's 30% chance of becoming a super attack, that hurts. That hurts. Even, you know, the reason why I'm pissed off about this is that first of all, it's for every 2 key spheres obtained, which is it's not a rainbow, it's a different approach. So that means you actually have to collect type key spheres. Remember, he's a rainbow orb changer, so it's not really too much of an issue, but just keep that in mind. It has to be type key spheres. That is not rainbow key spheres included, right? But what I will say about that is, if they just gave this guy a high chance, and I think most people would agree with me, this is not just me saying this, most people would agree with me that this character immediately becomes way better, even if it was just high chance, because we've all used the Blue Kaioken Goku and Evo Blue Vegeta, the physical LR, and he has a similar passive. Every rainbow key sphere he gets an additional with a high chance for it to be a super. If they change that and they change this damage reduction right here, everybody would be satisfied with this unit without an active skill, without anything crazy, right? Because at that point, he would be able to be slot 1 in sticky situations. And, you know, he would live some. Sometimes you would die because you have a little HP, but you would be able to use him in slot 1. And plus, his super attacks are more reliable. He's going to be actually outputting damage and looking like an anniversary unit. Now, if they came out and did this with, like, I don't know, let's say Super Saiyan 3 Daima Goku, no, Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta comes out for Saiyan Day, and they give him a passive like this, right? I wouldn't be too pissed off, because even though it's Saiyan Day, he's a TUR, right? This is 10th year anniversary LR, right? So people are going to be pissed about that. Now, after the character performs 6 or more super attacks in battle, damage reduction rate 30%. 6 or more super attacks. Remember, he has a medium chance. Now, he does a lot of additionals. He can get up to, what, 7 in one turn? He's gave me a turn where he's done 4 to 5 supers. And, you know, he consistently, I'd say if you get the max amount of additionals you can, I'd say he does do it. He does a decent job for me. Like, he's not an absolute failure for me, but that's really just RNG. It just depends. You might get lucky and you could get this turn 1 literally, or, you know, it might be turn 5 and you're finally getting it, right? So, and then this is just guaranteed crit. This character needs no crit. All in all, like I said, I think this character is pretty good. I think he's getting a lot of hate or receiving a lot of backlash because he is such a prestigious unit. And when you have such a prestigious title to your name, you definitely have to come hard, right? You definitely have to come pack a punch, right? Now, the thing that I think could make this unit a little bit better is just simple. A taunt mechanic. A taunt mechanic would have saved this character as well. Maybe just give him guard. You know, he's guarding for that turn. He's got plus 250% defense for the turn as well. 30% damage reduction on that turn extra. And he's just a freaking tank. He's just a god. And he's tanking everything, right? He's Beast Gohan all over again. That's literally all they had to do. But it's okay. Let's switch over to what people are probably waiting for the most. Int. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Evolved Vegeta. Chat, I'm already seeing it. Leader skill. Powerful comeback representative of Universe 7. Category, key +3, and HP attack and defense 180%. This character is an Easy A. He Easy A'd last year, for anniversary, part 3. So they're not technically a 1 year yet, but they will be soon. And when they dropped and their EZAs dropped, we instantly knew that they were busted. They were incredible. There was nothing but positive receptions, and still to this day, you know that I'm not lying, because people are talking about it right now with this Evo Blue Vegeta possibly being a better unit, right, than the new one. So I mean, let's just read his passive skill and let's compare the two. I mean, I'm just gonna say this briefly, but it's looking grim for Evo Blue Vegeta already, just off the leader skill alone. This is more what we need. We need diversity, and I'm not just trying to give this guy brownie points. Powerful Comeback is definitely a more useful team, right? It needs it. We need more representation of that, and Evo Blue Vegeta can definitely carry the team because of his team protect mechanic, which we'll get into in a second. But yeah, power to keep promises. Basic effects: attack and defense 200%, launches an additional attack that has a 77% chance of becoming a super attack, damage reduction rate of 50%. Now, I could just tell you that immediately him having damage reduction rate 50% off the gate is a good thing, but also on his first turn, he guards all attacks. And that synergy and that combo is very deadly, so you know you can put him in slot 1. You could put him in slot 1 against Tech Gogeta, and that's the hardest hitting phase 1 character in the game. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to, you can put this guy in slot 1 every time. Turn 1 or turn 2, or whenever the first turn you have this Evo Blue Vegeta, he's going to live. Well, if you have full HP, that is, right? You could put him in slot 1 every time. You cannot say that about the STR Evo Blue Vegeta, and that's why people are already making noises, complaining. He's strong offensively, he's got the crits, he's got the, people are gonna say something, right? Now, not only that, for every attack received or evaded, he gets an extra damage reduction rate of 10% within the turn, up to 30%. So, I mean, we already have good defensive turn 1. Now, if you put him in slot 1, turn 1, he's going to be good in slot 1. Turn 2, that's when things get tricky. You put him in slot 2 or 3, but at least you have that option in that breathing room turn 1, right? Now, it's about building up with him. Now, you see, they really knew what they were doing when they created this kit, because everything he does, they did it for a reason, right? Let's talk about it. So, of course, every time he gets hit, he builds up damage reduction. But on top of that, you're building up to getting hit 5 times to get his revive, right? So that's why they built him a certain way just to get hit. This unit actually is supposed to be the tank of the team. That is his role. He's supposed to be the backbone of the team. He is, and that's just what he is, right? For every attack performed, key plus 3 up to 10%. Oh, no. Excuse me, up to 10. Okay. And then attack and defense 30% up to 120%. And this is just one time only, right? This is not every other turn. This is you built this up and it's permanent, right? When activating the active skill, or when key is 24, attack 77% and performs a critical hit. When the character or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd, starting from the character's next attacking turn, after the character receives 5 or more attacks in battle, revives with 77% HP recovered. Now I sort of rushed with that, but this is what I've been wanting to get to. This right here is what makes him better. Just this, even just having this, the security of, okay, I'm gonna have the revive. I've got the revive. You get hit 5 times, you fall below a certain amount of HP. It's different though. It's just so different. I don't know why I'm highlighting that part. What I need to be highlighting is this, because with Ultra Instinct Goku, it's HP conditional. With Evo Blue Vegeta, it's get hit conditional. You have to get hit 5 times. In certain scenarios, AGL UI Gokus can be better. You get hit up, you get messed up turn 2, you have the revive, boom. Now, with Evo Blue Vegeta, you do have to get hit 5 times, but in a meta that they're pushing right now, Like, where with all of these fights, immediately they're doing a lot of attacks, they're bulkier, they have more HP. You're gonna easily get 5 hits. This is not the, we're moving away from that Goku and Frieza fight meta, just to let people know. And now that we're moving out of that, he's definitely gonna be in discussions for contentions for, you know, top 10. I mean, I can't seriously call him a top 10 unit, but I mean, I can consider him. You know, he's definitely a unit you can consider, right? Because we just have too many powerful horses now as LRs. He might be somewhere like, he's definitely top 20. I can say that comfortably. But after the character or an ally's revival skill is activated, Ki +7 attack and defense 77%. And after the character's revival skill is activated, guard all attacks within the character's next attacking turn. Yes. So when you do get a revive, and even if he's not the character that revives, guess what? It doesn't matter. He's still gonna get the guard back for the turn, so you could put him in slot 1 again. This is a really good, solid unit. I don't, like, this is not a character where it's like they made any holes in him. Like, this is a real good character. Not to mention he has an active skill, but this video is going on 20 minutes and I don't want to, you know, waste anybody's time. But the moral of the story is this Evo Blue Vegeta only comes out the victor, in my opinion, and in most people's opinions, because of that revive. It's not, he's not lacking in damage, right? He's got the guaranteed crits at 24 Ki. He's got the crit in his super attack. He's got an active skill, which Evo Blue Vegeta doesn't have. Granted, he has an intro skill, but we all know active skills are a little bit cooler, right? He actually has sustainability and he has a purpose on the team. Vegeta's just a selfish unit. Like, Vegeta's not supporting. He's not aiding or abetting in any way. He's just doing damage and he's slot 2 tanking, right? So what if we get a hard fight and you know they're gonna throw an AoE somewhere, and you know they're gonna do it somewhere, but what is he gonna do when AoEs come knock at his door and we're going against, you know, the new toughest event in the game? What is that gonna look like? We know Evo Blue Vegeta here, he's got the 50% damage reduction, so he's gonna be good with the normals, but he also has a revive mechanic that can help others. So I mean, it's not really a debate. I mean, you could enjoy STR Evo Blue Vegeta more. You could even, you know, fancy him a little bit more. But when it comes to who is truly the superior unit, I think we have a winner. I don't even think I'd have to say outright who's the winner. I think it's just clear when you put these two next to each other and you make sense of it. So, you know, moving forward, let's just keep a close eye on Evo Blue Vegeta to see if anything massive changes. I mean, we might get a part 2 LR, and, you know, there's just this perfect combination between, you know, the new Tiff. I don't want to say his name because he's leaked already, but, you know, they have some crazy chemistry and all of a sudden Evo Blue Vegeta is looking way better. I mean, then we can come back to this discussion then, but for now, I mean, it's just obvious.